Hi guys, in this lesson we are going to build a tower defense game. It's a long project, so today I'll only show a small part of the development. And now I'll show you what I already created. So I first created a button class, since we'll be using many buttons throughout the project. I also defined several constants, such as grid, which represent the path enemies will follow from the start to the end. The enemies will walk only on grid cells with values greater than 0, forming a continuous line from the 2 to the 3, the end. Then I created an enemy class. This one was quite challenging. It's not a small or simple class, but it contains everything needed for the enemies to move across the grid. I added a message box class to display messages when the player either wins or loses the game. The projectile class, it's very simple and contains the logic for removing life from enemies when they are hit. Of course, we have a tower class, which handles tower creation and attacking enemies. I also created a 𝗟𝗶_ini file to make it easy to create as many tower types as we want. I created just 3 towers. I created also some images using the tool we created in the lesson 10, and I downloaded the other images from a site. I'll put the link on the description. Then I create also a level.ini file, which is very useful. You can define enemy strengths, assign their images, and create multiple levels, as many as you want. I've created 5 levels for this tutorial. And then there is the main file, which contains helpful functions, such as drawing the grid, reading the config file, drawing game stats, and getting specific towers, which will be very useful in what I'll develop today. Here we instantiate the user interface. These 3 elements are a sort of lists, which can manage many elements. This one is to know if the game has started, if it's running, if the level is running, if you select the tower, which is the current level, and the enemies. These one are the statistics for the game. Here to get the towers and the levels. Here a set to decide how many times you can update a tower. And here the towers button, and a button to start the game, and to sell and upgrade a tower. And here the main loop, which is going to be for the duration of the entire game. And we are going to just create this part. So now we are going to create the virtual environment. So let's open a terminal. Let's use the command prompt. And let's create the virtual environment. Python -m venv.venv. And then let's activate the environment .\venv \scripts \activate pip install pygame. Let's check the installation. Perfect. Now let's activate the virtual environment also on the Visual Studio Code, if it's not, and let's start. For event in pygame.event.get parenthesis column new line if event dot type double equals pygame dot quit column new line game underscore running double equal false. Elif event dot type double equal pygame dot mouse button down column new line if button underscore start dot is clicked parenthesis event and not level underscore running column new line level underscore running equal true. Total underscore enemies spawned equal 0. New line enemies dot empty parenthesis new line spawn underscore fire underscore rate comma enemy health comma speed comma value comma enemy underscore image comma num underscore enemies equal levels square brackets current level -1. So we are setting the properties of our enemies. Line elif button underscore tower 1 is clicked parenthesis event column new line selected tower equal quotation marks tower 1. Let's copy these lines and let's paste them twice. Let's change the numbers 3, 3, 2, and 2. In this way, we are managing the opportunity to build new towers after we click the buttons. If button underscore cell dot is clicked parenthesis event and selected tower and is instance parenthesis selected tower comma tower column So if we click a tower that we want to sell, money plus equal int parenthesis round parenthesis selected tower dot cost multiplied by 0.9 read square brackets selected tower dot rect dot y divided by cell size with the integer divider, of course, square brackets selected tower dot rect dot x double divider cell size equals 0, because as we say, the zeros are the empty square. Towers dot remove parenthesis selected underscore tower selected tower equal none. Elif button underscore upgrade dot is clicked parenthesis event and selected tower and is instance parenthesis selected tower comma tower. Again, we need to be sure that we clicked on an actual tower and not on a button tower. If money bigger or equal than selected tower dot upgrade cost and selected tower dot level smaller than max underscore tower underscore level column new line money minus equal selected tower dot upgrade cost new line selected tower dot level plus equal 1 selected tower dot dange equal int parenthesis round parenthesis selected tower dot dange multiplied by parenthesis 100 plus selected tower dot level multiplied by 3 divided by 100. Of course, I made up this increment, so you can do whatever you want. For simplicity, we'll apply this to all the statistics of a tower, so let's change fire underscore range, fire underscore range, fire underscore rate, fire underscore rate, upgrade cost, upgrade cost, and cost. So this is what will happen if you can't afford an upgrade on a tower. New line, if event dot button double equals 1.
this part will control if you click something that it's not one of these buttons. So if you click on an empty grid, but we'll think about it in a few. Now let's start to building a bit of the logic of the game. So pass, new line, if level underscore running, column, new line, for tower in towers, column, new line, projectile equal tower dot update, parenthesis, enemies, new line, if projectile, column, new line, projectiles dot add, parenthesis, projectile. So we generated a projectile for enemy in enemies, column, new line, if enemy dot progress underscore path, parenthesis, enemy dot find path, parenthesis, grid, column, new line, lives minus equal 1, new line, enemy dot kill, parenthesis, if enemy dot health minor or equal than 0, column, new line, enemy dot kill, new line, score plus equal 10, new line, money plus equal value. So we build the two things that could happen, or the enemy achieve the end of the path, or its health is less than 0, so we removed one of them. New line, projectiles dot update, if total underscore enemies underscore spawned less than num underscore enemies, column, new line, spawn underscore counter plus equal 1, new line, if spawn underscore counter greater or equal than spawn underscore fire underscore rate, column, new line, spawn counter equal 0, new line, enemies dot add, parenthesis, enemy, parenthesis, enemy health, comma, speed, comma, value, comma, enemy image, new line, total enemies spawned plus equal 1. So this part take care of almost all the logic behind the battle between the towers and the enemies. Now let's draw the grid. Draw underscore grid underscore elements, parenthesis, screen, comma, towers, comma, enemies, comma, projectiles. New line, if not lever underscore running, column, new line, button start dot text equal f string start level. Curly brackets, current level. New line, button start, dot, draw, parentheses, screen. We draw the start button, new line, score underscore text equal font dot render parentheses f string score column curly brackets score comma true comma black. New line, money underscore text font dot render parentheses f string money column dollar symbol curly brackets money comma true comma black. New line, leaves underscore text equal font dot render parentheses f string leaves column curly brackets leaves comma true comma black. New line, screen dot blit parentheses score underscore text comma parentheses 10 comma 590 new line. Screen dot blit parentheses money underscore text comma parentheses width divided by 2 minus 90 comma 590 new line. Screen dot blit parentheses lives underscore text comma parentheses width minus 130 comma 590 new line. Button underscore tower dot draw parentheses screen. Let's copy this line twice. 3 2 new line. If level underscore running total enemies spawned double equals num underscore enemies and len parentheses enemies double equals 0 column new line level underscore running equal false. New line current underscore level plus equal 1 new line, and then let's check for a win or a lose. New line, if current underscore level bigger than len parentheses levels column new line message box equal message box parentheses screen comma quotation marks you win comma f string final score column curly brackets score multiplied by leaves multiplied by money. If message underscore box dot show parentheses column new line, game underscore running equal false. Let's copy these lines and let's make the loose variation. If lives smaller or equal than 0, you lose. And here remove lives. Okay. Let's add also the clocks by game dot display dot flip parentheses new line clock dot tick parentheses 60. And let's try. I think we can't interact, but we should see the enemies walk. Start level. Okay, it looks pretty good. The score, the money, the enemies. Now we should lose all the leaf. Okay, we get the message box. You lose. Okay. Now let's add the interaction with the grid. Remove path x, y equal 𝗟𝗂𝘂𝘅 the dot mouse dot get pose parentheses new line if y less than cell underscore size multiplied by len of grid column new line grid underscore x comma grid underscore y equals x divided by cell underscore size comma y divided by cell underscore size new line try if grid square brackets grid underscore y square brackets grid underscore x double equals 0 column new line if selected tower double equals quotation marks tower 1 and money greater or equal than type underscore towers square brackets 0 square brackets 4 column new line towers dot add parentheses get underscore tower parentheses grid underscore x comma grid underscore y comma type underscore towers comma 0 money minus equal type towers square brackets 0 square brackets 4 which is the cost new line grid square brackets grid underscore y square brackets grid underscore x equal 4. Now let's copy these 4 lines and let's change the numbers 2 2 and 2, for the towers 3 and 1, 1 and 1 for the tower 2, because we created 3 towers, as you remember, in the tower.ini file. 𝗟𝗶 new line, except index error as e column new line print parenthesis f string error column curly brackets e new line for tower in towers column new line if tower dot rect dot collide point parenthesis event dot pose column new line select underscore tower equal tower break, else selected underscore tower equal none. New line, else selected underscore tower equal none. This way we can deselect a tower. So now we should be able to put towers on the grid. So let's try to do it. So the tower. Another. Let's try to run the first level. Okay, it works. They fire. And we are not able to see their statistics, so we have just to draw the statistics. It works pretty good so far. So let's close it. And then let's draw the statistics. Let's put the statistics before the message box here. If selected underscore tower and is instance parenthesis selected underscore tower comma tower column new line by game dot draw dot rect parenthesis screen comma gray comma parenthesis width minus 350 comma 455 comma 350 comma 130 new line. So we drew a rectangle, draw underscore tower underscore stats parenthesis screen selected tower comma selected tower dot level comma selected tower dot damage comma selected tower dot fire range comma selected tower dot fire rate comma, selected tower dot cost, comma, selected tower dot upgrade cost, comma, max underscore tower underscore level. In this way we can draw the statistics of an actual tower on the grid. If selected underscore tower dot level less than max underscore tower underscore level, column, new line, button underscore upgrade dot draw, parenthesis, screen, new line, button underscore cell dot draw, parenthesis, screen, new line, pygame dot draw dot circle, parenthesis, screen, comma, grid, gray, comma, selected underscore tower dot rect dot center, comma, selected underscore tower dot file range, comma, 1, new line. Now let's draw the statistics of the button for I in range, parenthesis, len, parenthesis, type underscore towers, column, new line, if selected underscore tower double equals f string tower curly brackets I plus 1, column, new line, pygame dot draw dot rect, parenthesis, screen, comma, gray, comma, parenthesis, width, minus 350, 455, 200, 130. New line, draw tower stats, parenthesis, screen, selected tower, comma, type underscore towers, square brackets, I, square brackets, 0, comma. Now let's copy this line 5 times. Let's change the index. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Max underscore tower underscore level. And that's it. We can run the full program and try to win the game. Let's put a tower. Let's try to upgrade the 5th level. Perfect. Let's take another tower. Let's try to upgrade. Okay, perfect. We can do anything more. Okay, let's start the level 2. It looks harder. I don't know if Okay, let's start level 3. And now we try to build our third tower during the level. Okay, start another level. And we'll upgrade the tower as soon as we could. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Now let's try to sell a tower. And also this one. And let's put the strongest. Let's upgrade. Let's put another. And let's upgrade it. Okay. I think we'll sell the first tower. Okay. Sell. And we put another one. Oh, perfect. So for this lesson it's enough. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.